Thank you. This young guy right here. All right. So, I'm going to bring a guy over that was actually introduced to me by a buddy, Jim Rogers. He's with our Hutchinson Youth for Christ team. He's been touring the world, basically, talking to kids for the last, 2 years? About 2 years, 3 years, and he's got something to say to you guys that I think if you'll show him the courtesy and the respect that he's due, you're going to get a lot out of it. So without further ado, I want to welcome Bobbby Jones.
DMS, how y'all doing tonight? It's all right, we can rock with that a little bit, but I think we can do better than that. Discovery Middle School, how y'all doing today? Excited to be here with you guys today. Real quick, if you're with me, on the count of 3, I need one clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That is the best I've seen this year. Let's see if you can get that after that cheer. Love it. Perfect. Well, as I did mention, my name is Bobbby Jones. I'm so excited to be here with you guys today. I've literally spent the last 2.5 years traveling the world. I just got back from Malta in September, and it's been just amazing. I'm like, man, this is crazy. At one point in time, I didn't see all this. And so it's just been a complete, utter turn of events, and it's just been awesome. And so, in order to tell you how I got there, I have to tell you what happened before. So before we go, I need y'all to come back with me. I need you to take a journey with me. We have to go back to December of 2004. We have to go to Wapaton, North Dakota State College of Science, Babcock Hall, room 105. And let's just say at that time, I'm in my room doing homework. It didn't happen a lot back then, but let's just say I was. For the sake of argument. I don't like that Michigan shirt, but it's all good. Let's say I was in my room doing homework, and someone walks in and say, Bobbby, what do you see yourself doing in 5 to 10 years? At that point in time, I would have dropped everything that I was doing. I would have looked at them straight face, and I would have said this. I'm going to be in the NFL, making millions of dollars, been to the Pro Bowl numerous amount of times, and I'm on my way to be an NFL Hall of Famer. And you guys are probably looking at me like, okay, whatever, dude. But I'm telling you, that goal was obtainable for me. We stand here some odd years later. Now I come across people all the time. What is it that you do for a living, Bobbby? I say, well, I'm a speaker. Oh, really? What do you speak about? First of all, I can't believe that Bobbby Jones is a speaker. But the second thing they ask, what do you speak about? Well, I say, I speak about choices, consequences. Speak about a life of destruction. Speak about alcohol addiction. Speak about a ruined football career. Speak about all that stuff. And they're like, oh, wow. DMS, don't make no mistake. I'm not going to come in here and tell you what you want to hear today. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to tell you about the choices that I made, the consequences that came from them. I'm going to show you about the nightmare that I lived. If you take nothing else home from me today, there's 2 things I need you to remember. Where's my athletes at? Here's the first one. Everyone. Okay, real quick, bring it back down. If you with me on the count of 3, I need one clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I didn't say where's my athletes at to raise your hand and start getting loud. I said where's my athletes at. That's all you gotta do. Perfect. Y'all ready? Talent will take you where character will not keep you. Let me say that one more time. Talent will take you where character will not keep you. The second thing, as simple as it may seem, but I promise you this is true. The choices you're making right now will affect the future that you want for tomorrow. And those 2 things couldn't be more true for my life. My story starts in South Dakota. I grew up as a middle child. I have an older brother who works at Bobbby Smith at the University of Illinois, fighting 9-9 straight conditioning coach with the football team. Before that, he was at Nebraska for 7 years. Proud of him. He's going to be a head strength coach one day of a Power 5 conference school. Really excited about that for him. I have a younger sister. I grew up a middle child. What am I middle children at? I feel you. I feel you, brother. Let's talk after. I feel you. It's rough. It's rough, right? I grew up a middle child. From a young age, my brother before me. He was respectful. He got good grades. He did what he's supposed to do. So here I come right after him. I'm getting compared to him. Why can't speak like Willie? Why can't speak like Willie? So from a young age, they did not want to know who I was. They wanted me to be like someone else. And so from a very young age, who can relate today? I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. Who can relate to that today? Thank you for being honest. I didn't. I did not feel comfortable in my own skin. And I went through life like that. I went through growing up like that. And then as I'm getting older, I'm still doing this. So I'm like, I'm going to give them any version that I want. And that's what they're going to think I am. So they're not even going to know the accurate version of me. I'm going to give them a version that I think that I want to give them. And that can change each and every day. And I'm going to stand out. I'm going to make things happen. It's just going to be what it is. And I don't care if it's good or bad. You're going to know who I am. And as we get older, there's a sport that starts to become relevant in my life. So I started playing tennis. And it was... Tennis? Yo, I think I play tennis? Is that a fat joke, or... Is that a fat joke? Is that a fat joke? She's like, who's this big black dude in my face? Yes, you can laugh at that. It is okay. But I always say, here's the deal. I can only joke like that half the time because I'm only mixed. Back to regular scheduled programming. And so football, as I got older, started becoming relevant in my life. And I got to the point where I started making choices my freshman year where I wouldn't do my homework, so then I couldn't study for the test, and I failed the test. This went on for 3 years. Finally came to my senior year, coaches talked a little bit of sense into me. I started varsity junior, senior year. Senior year was first team all-state. We won the state championship 13-0, Yankton Bucks. We were 24th in the Midwest. I was first team all-state, all-conference. Player of the game in the dome game, went against the 5th-rated offensive tackle in the country, ate his breakfast, lunch, and dinner, had my 2 best games against him my senior year that I had all year. But because I didn't take care of business the first 3 years of high school, I graduated my senior year with a 3.0 GPA, which is cool, right? Like, that's good, right? 3.0, that's not bad. That's not bad. 3.0 is not bad. But because I didn't take care of business all 3 years, the cumulative GPA, 1.6. 1.6, that's what I graduated high school with. 1.6 GPA. South Dakota State said, hey, we want to send you to a junior college, we want to get you back. I said, okay, cool. I go to a school in North Dakota, they said, if you come here, you do what you're supposed to do, you're going to have some opportunities. I said, all right, let's go, we can do that. My brother's at South Dakota State. I just want to go there. So I go into junior college. Number 2 junior college defensive in the country is how I leave junior college. Number 2 junior college defensive end in the country. Number 26 play overall. I had offers from everywhere. Michigan State, Oregon, Wisconsin, Kansas State, my top 4 schools. Rivals.com, best junior be on 5-star on the west side was 4-star. I was about to change the game. Because at that point in time, the only person to go to Division I in South Dakota was Chad Greenway, and he just retired last year for the Vikings. And I wanted to take a path where everybody came after us. I'm like, man, this is great. So I'm 19 years old, I'm starting the recruiting class. Bobbby Jones is going to get Michigan State back to the Big Ten title. The next Julian Peterson, and by the way, this is all public knowledge, you go Google it, it's all out there. But Bobbby Jones get Michigan State back to the Big Ten title. Michigan State, not Michigan, back to the Big Ten title. We beat y'all this shit too. All right. Go green. I don't like that school, I'm sorry. Anyways, and I go to Michigan State, there was a lot of pressure. And I found out that alcohol was going to be a really good friend of me that first semester. And ultimately, alcohol got me kicked off the team at Michigan State. Mark D'Antonio kicked me off the team, and I can't go, I don't have time to go into the whole story, we'll be here all day. But he ended up kicking me off the team. I went to Division II school in Nebraska, Omaha. Didn't see eye to eye with the head coach, played in the All-Star game after the season was over. April 27, 2008 came, I didn't get a call. Now a game that I had been playing since I was this big was done. Remember that identity thing I talked about? I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin? Well, we put football in the mix. Now I'm all wrapped up because I'm thinking football was who I was. So I'm having a hard time identifying outside of Bobbby Jones, the Michigan State football player, and so it was rough for me. And now this game ended, I'm 23 years old, I did not plan for my future, and the choices on top of that I made to get me to that point, that I started making at a young age, had left me in a world of ruin. And I didn't know what I was going to do, and I moved back and I started bouncing at a bar, drinking heavily. Each job I move up more, but then I would drink heavier, so then I couldn't keep a job, I couldn't hold a job. And it got to a point, June 24, 2010, where I got my second DUI. In a company vehicle, I worked for a car lot, called Billion Automotive. And for that whole year, I pushed things back, and it got to the point of that year, I was 370 pounds, I was peeing blood, I couldn't keep anything down, my liver was going out, it was to a point where I wanted to kill myself by drinking, because I was ready to be done. I'd been too much for people. I said, you know what? Maybe it's time for you to get out of here, Jones. Now no one knows you as Bobbby Jones. You're Bobbby Jones, an alcoholic. Your family doesn't want anything to do with you. They abandoned you. They're gone because you pushed them away. You did this, you did that. So why don't you just end this thing? And I decided to check myself into treatment May 1st, 2011. And I said, okay, I'm going to try doing something. And so I went to treatment for 30 days thinking that maybe I could get a grip on this thing. But I came out of treatment, not only was I sober, I was struggling with who I was because I had no clue who I was. I think I maybe dealt with football a little bit, but I don't know if I dealt with football. And so I was struggling, and I waited up with it for 2 years. On August 26, 2013, I started drinking again and started that whole cycle all over again. By this time, I'm 27. Let's cut the freshman through senior year out. Because that's when it really started. But from the time I was 19 to 27, I had struggled because of the choices that I made. Have you ever made a bad choice? And the consequence came from that? And because of that, you're upset maybe you made another bad choice? And another consequence came from that? It just kept going like that? That was my life. That was me. So one thing would happen, not only is a DUI bad enough, I'd get a DUI, but then I'd get a disorderly conduct. And then I get a disorderly conduct, and I get a malicious destruction of property. So then before you know it, I have about 10 charges. I'm going to see the judge. The judge is like, dude, we haven't even tried you for this one yet. And that's what my life had become. And I relapsed for a year and a half. In September of 2014, I was done with this thing. I wanted it to be over. I didn't think that life would ever work out for me. I said, Bobbby, maybe sometimes life works out for other people. And for some people it doesn't work out for, and you're just the one it doesn't work out for. Why don't we just roll the dice on it and see what happens? Let's just do that. Why not? And in September 2014, I attempted suicide from a good friend that had been through so much with me. And I was so far gone, I was bleeding everywhere, and I started laughing. That's how far gone I was. She called the cops. I ended up in jail in a mental hole that night. And the next day started a process for me. I said, okay, Jones, here's what's going to happen. We're either going to give up on this thing and lay down and die, or you are going to start doing something to move forward and make something out of your life. So in that 3 months, September, October, November, December, in that 3-month period, I decided, January 2nd, 2015, I checked myself in the Keystone Treatment Center for the second time. I was 29 years old. And I made a choice, and I said, I'm going to fight. That's one thing that I had not done to this point. I had not fought. I said, okay, that's what I'm going to do. Well, what does fighting look like to you, Bobbby? Young kids, I'm telling you what I'm about to tell you. These next 4 or 5 things will make or break the path that you will go on. Or when you get on a path, it will change the course of the path or keep you down the path. I'm telling you. I'm not up here because I read it in the book. I'm not up here because someone told me about it. I'm up here because I experienced it. I'm up here because I had an apartment in the back of my van for a year and a half with nowhere to put it and no place to stay. That's why I'm up here. The first thing I had to to do to figure out how to fight? I had to figure out who I was. I had to find out my identity, right? Remember, I had struggled with that my whole life. I said it. I had struggled with that my whole life. So I had to find out who Bobbby Jones was. That's the first thing I had to do. Second thing I had to do, I had to put my past down. I had to be okay with the experiences that I had went through in my life, whether I made them or someone else helped me make a mess and leave me to clean it up, but I had to be okay with what I went through. And I had to be okay and use those experiences and markers in the sand to look back to a place where I never wanted to go again. And most importantly, I had to let people know that you're not going to remind me who I used to be anymore, because I'm going to grow forward. That was the biggest thing. The third thing, this is the hardest thing that I had to do, and this is the hardest thing that you will have to do, and everywhere I go, high schoolers say the same thing. High school, middle school is hard. I had to cut the people out of my life that didn't belong. Simple as that. I'm talking about boys now. Some cats that I grew up with from this big. My dogs. My dogs. I had to cut them out. They had to go. Bye, Felicia. Gotta go. We lit over here. We super lit over here. Savage. Had to cut them out. Had to do it. I had to do it. It was one of the hardest things that I did, but I had to do it. Because it didn't affect them how it affected me. And I was to the point where I was down and out. I didn't care what had to happen. I just wanted a better life. And so whoever's in the way of that, you gotta go. You don't have to post it on Facebook. I didn't do a grand opening with the big red ribbon saying new friends here. I didn't do that. I didn't do it. I just walked away. Just walked away. Fourth thing I had to do, I had to find someone that maybe knew a little bit more than me. That's it. Yes, there are people that know more than you. Believe it or not, your parents do your parents might know just a little more than you. Your teachers might know a little more than you. But I had to go to the people that knew more than me. And then guess what I had to do? Guess what I had to do? I had to shut up. I had to shut up. I had to be quiet and listen. And realize that my way had gotten me to that point and I can't do my way. And the last thing that I had to do to figure out, and because I did these 5 things, my life is different today. I had to give it back. I had to figure out a way to get out of myself, because when Bobbby Jones is in Bobbby Jones does not function well inside Bobbby Jones. So I had to get out of myself and start giving back. I started this journey 2.5 years ago. I'm looking at a watch like I have one. I'm looking at a watch like I have a watch. Started this journey 2.5 years ago, and I just got back from Malta in September. I just got my dates the other day. I'm going to San Diego, California in February to do school assemblies. I'm doing 15 school assemblies in 1 week. It's going to be amazing. I've now traveled all over the Midwest, all over the place, and seen thousands of kids like you. And it got to a point where my story resonated with them. And so yes, there was a point in time where I said, I hope this is not all for nothing. And I can tell you that this is all for something. Because now I'm able to pour into this young generation. I'm able to love on a generation, no offense, that does not love on themselves. I'm able to help a young generation make better decisions than they are actually making today. And it's been a really now I got too many people counting on me. I have too many people counting on me. And you can't have my scars. I need those. Because I need to find out and I need to look back and really look at where I came from. Because I never want to go back there. So ladies and gentlemen, I want to open it up right now for questions. Teachers, I'll give you a hint. This is your chance to tell them what you want to tell them without telling them. So just let you know, anyone can ask a question. Let's get some questions out of the way first. I am 6'6". I cannot dunk a basketball anymore. I wear size 14 shoe. In case you missed it, my favorite college football team is Michigan State University. My favorite NFL team is the Dallas Cowboys. I used to bench 420 pounds, squat 160 pounds. No, I think that's it. Hopefully I didn't. Now we got the questions that don't matter out of the way. Let's go. We'll go right here first. How many schools? I don't know. I've been to quite a few. I just did 6 schools in 3 days 2 weeks ago. I was in Minnesota a lot my first year, and then South Dakota. At the end of that year, caught wind of what I did, so I was in South Dakota all last year. I've been over 15 schools, but I don't have an organization attached to me. I'm with YFC today, but I do this by myself. So about 15 schools in a couple years, plus summer camps and different things like that. Let's go here. I did 6 schools the other week for Red Ribbon Week in 3 days, 2 schools a day. It was good. Let's go right here. I look like I could be a comedian. I'm gonna say thank you. That sounds like a compliment. I am pretty funny though. I'll be honest with you. Well, let's go right here. Yes, like what I was dealing with when I was drinking? Yeah. I have. My wounds have turned into scars. So, and I know they don't look pretty all the time, but yes, I have been able to put everything that I have dealt with in that time in college. I've been able to heal from that, and it's still healing. It's still healing every day, but I've been able to put most of that behind me and move forward. Yes, it's been amazing. Thank you. Did that answer your question? Go here. Yes. That's great. She said, as I forgave myself, have I been able to reconnect with my family? Yes and no. Yes, I have. Me and my mom had a bad relationship for a lot of years, but we're able to move past it a little bit. It's not quite where I want it to be yet, but I meet her where she's at. She's been through a lot. That when mom decides it's time to deal with it, then mom has to deal with it. But yeah, my brother listens to me now. My dad's proud of me. I got a little nephew that's 14. He saw a lot of this stuff. He calls me all the time, Bobby, I'm proud of you. Proud of you, Uncle Bobby, and that breaks my heart. You know what I'm saying? It warms my heart, breaks my heart, because it's like, man, and I remember when he was little, he saw a lot of that alcohol. You know what I mean? So yeah, we've been able to get there. Plus people that used to tell me about myself and tell me you're a drunk and you're an alcoholic now come to me for advice. Feels pretty good. Right here. My favorite brand is shoe. I like Supras. I don't like Jordans. Things were gifts, so that's why I wear them. Let's go right here. I'd said that earlier, 6'6". Hey, real quick, let's make sure we're being respectful, okay? I can hear a little bit chattering. Let's make sure we're being respectful. I didn't say you necessarily. I just said, you gotta get the conscious. Good? Let's go up there. My biggest accomplishment, like in my life or in my whole life, coming back from a life that most people don't make it back from. Most people don't make it back from where I came back from. Not saying I'm anything special, please don't take it like that. But making it back, and the fact that I'm able to stand here today is pretty cool. What do I think What do you think my legacy in life is? That's being written as we speak. Being written as we speak. Hopefully I'll leave the mark. Sioux Falls, South Dakota. That's where I live, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Hold on, make sure to be respectful. If you're with me on the count of 3, I need 1 clap. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Make sure to be respectful, okay? Okay. Yep, sorry. Just point them out. Just call them out to me. The position that I used to play was defensive tackle, 3 technique. Yes, I was pretty good. I ran a 4.9 40 at 303 pounds. Yeah, the boy was nice. But, and I don't brag on that. I'm just simply saying I had talent. I had a lot of talent that I didn't know how to use the right way. And I didn't know, and my character off the field didn't match up. But I'm thankful to say today that if I would have made it to NFL, it would have been bad news. All that money at a young age, the way I was, praise. Yeah, I'm glad I did it. Yeah. Why do I like what I do now? I feel I'm adding value, and I love this young generation more than anything. And I want to be able to help them, and I want to be able to tell them what not to do, and say, hey, there's pain and things that you don't, if you make bad choices, there's pain in that, but you don't have to feel that pain if you don't want to. So that's why I enjoy doing what I do. And I get to hang out with kids every day. Like, kidding me? It's dope. Like, it's fun. I went to Yankton High School in Yankton, South Dakota. Yes. Yankton, South Dakota. Let's go down here a little bit, right there. Make sure we be respectful. I don't feel a lot of respect right now.
What do you think pulled you, since you were kind of in the middle of that, what do you think pulled you towards the try?
Repeat the question.
Repeat her question.
Oh, all right. So she asked me what, she said I could have made a choice to lay down and give up, or get up and start doing the fighting. And she said, what led me towards that? There's a show tonight at the middle school that I'm a rapper too, that I'm performing at, and you will hear a lot more of that testimony. I'll just tell you, faith is a big part of my life, and you'll hear more about that tonight. But on top of that, I was just, I couldn't do it anymore. I was tired of being that guy that everyone had to help, and I was over it, so. Along with some other things. Yes? She asked me what my favorite color is. I like red, I like black, I like gray. I love sparkling green. Nah, I like green. Green's my blood, man. I bleed green. But I love it. I'm just gonna say it. Real quick. What time do I have? What's time do I have? Oh, we got perfect. Great. Teachers, I don't hear any questions coming from you guys except for one. I want to hear from y'all, teachers. Yes, up there. The top 3 people that inspire me. There's one person I listed I'm not going to say. You have to talk to me afterwards if you want to know. To be honest with you, there's not really people that inspire me like that. Like, it wasn't anything like that. It wasn't like I looked to other people, you know, it was the life I was living inspired me to not live that life anymore. You know what I'm saying? The fact that my family hated my guts and wouldn't tell me about family get-togethers until after they happened. The fact that one day I'm yelling with my mom and I found out some things about my mom that day that I didn't really want to find out the way I found out that had happened to her growing up. That day I told her that alcohol was going to kill me and they were going to have to bury me. And she said, oh honey, we're not going to bury you, the county will. That's when I knew